Good evening, Facebook. I just got back after getting some of my stuff from Karl Huff's place because I want to make sure that when my mail gets there, I can get it. And since he took the mailbox key, I had to wait for the mailman today. So I just got back, even though I got my mail at like earlier than 2 o'clock, like between 1:30 and 2. So, and I think it's 7 or something now. It's almost 7 o'clock. Anyway, so I came back to Valley Inn, which is off of, this is my second night here. Valley Inn, which is a hotel, and it's off of 11th Street and Van Buren here in Phoenix. And when the owner or one of the guys saw me coming back, he ran to the room. He was looking around hardcore, so I hid and I waited, and I was like, oh, I thought he was gonna look around for me longer. So anyway, I looked and I saw he was running all the way to where my room was, right? And all of a sudden, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna keep going that way. Some girl comes out of my room, the room that I have here, which is 120. She comes out of the room with a dog. And I was like, what the hell were they doing in my room? They were looking through my stuff, obviously, I'm not stupid. And I lost my lock randomly. So I couldn't lock it, so of course they went through my stuff. And I guess they thought it was funny, because I sleep in the bed, to have the dog piss in the bed. Now, this is the dumb part. They're destroying their own mattresses doing this stuff. So anyway, I looked at the bed, and the bed was all fumbled even more than it was. So somebody probably had sex in the bed. And then I looked at the towel, because I left a towel on the bed, and there was this little gray thing on it that looks like it was one of those, it looked like it was from a contraption where you would stick it in yourself and inject some type of drug. That's what it looked like, okay? And the only reason that I know this is because it looked very similar to that investigatory only medication that Karl Huff is getting illegally through Loretta Huff's name from some doctor. Because all of a sudden, the last couple weeks, that's what they had in their refrigerator and everything. And I don't know what it was. I wanted to take it so I could educate myself and find out what the drug was, but I took pictures of it, and I think I posted it on here. So they had the dog pee in the bed. So, and then I guess people were having sex in the bed, and then also doing drugs in the bed. And so I walked back out to the guy, and I said, look, obviously somebody was in my room, and I said, I know you guys were in the room. He smiled, and I said, exactly. He was like, no, ma'am, and then he couldn't help but smile. And I said, exactly. I said, just to let you know, I have a federal court case. And I said, regardless of you having an NDA that says that you're not supposed to say anything, I have cameras in the room. Yeah. I was like, I have cameras in the room, so thank you. And this federal court case is going to show all of this, what you guys are doing. I said, what you're doing is harassment. And yeah, so anyway, so now I have no bed sheets because I'm going to leave them right there because they have dog pee on them. But since I know where the dog peed, and I'm going to use the other side of the bed. So there's nothing that's going to like irritate me because, like I said, they're destroying their own mattress. For what? To make me uncomfortable for a night? Where is the logic in this? I don't get it. I don't get it. And somebody was saying, basically, I have enemies all around me. Yes, I already know this. This has been like my life story for the last, very heavily for the last, 11 years? Very overtly for the last 11 years. So I wanted to state that. There's another thing that I'm going to be stating a little later on, but not right now, just because, yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to post that up. It's really sad that this is the lengths people go and they think like it's going to bother me. I just think how like mental. So people want to change my medical records and say that I'm mentally ill. Isn't what you're doing for money mentally ill? Like, I don't even know. Some of these perpetrators, I wonder if they do it because they just are like, this is the only thing I can think that's going to bother her. Like, I don't think that the handlers have this specifically panned out exactly what they want these perpetrators to do to annoy us. Because I remember one time I was at a laundromat and some girl, I saw her go in my laundry and she was like, I wonder if she's gonna notice. She changed out my shirt and put like a larger shirt in, and then took like one of my yoga pants. And this is exactly why I don't pay for any real expensive clothes right now, because I know I'm being harassed, I know I'm being stalked, and I know I'm being messed with. And they were in my room. I'm about to go through my suitcase to see what exactly they did. It doesn't look like they did too much. There was nothing to do because all of my paperwork I keep on me at all times. So everything that's important I have on me at all times. So unless somebody's close by me, which none of you will be because I don't trust anybody, you know, so you're SOL. Megan Fox, I guess, is a real big one. A name. Don't know whose name, don't know who it's related to. There can be multiple Megan Foxes and multiple Jennifer Lopez's and multiple Angelina Jolie's. Multiple, gosh, there's so many. But there's so many multiple names. I don't know who they are, but I definitely know that they are participants in harassment. And you destroyed my careers. What's funny is you didn't want me in the industry. Then you should have just left me alone. I just wanted to be a little maintenance girl. If you would have left me alone, I would still be a little maintenance girl. Don't you get it? I would still be asleep and I'd still be a little maintenance girl, still fighting the good fight for women's rights in men's jobs. In maintenance and electrical and mechanical and computer sciences. That was that, you know, and I would just be like a small little advocate, you know, going to little rallies being like, come on, fight for us. Like, don't you get it? You guys created this. You created me, the new monster for you. So you really can't blame me. Because if you would have left me alone, I wouldn't even be here. God wouldn't be giving you guys karma. And I would have never found God. So thank you. Thank you so much. You have made me blessed. And I'm forever grateful in that respect. But sucks to be you. Anyway, have a good night, Facebook. Hopefully this loads because somebody messed with my phone because I know it's hacked. So it was messing up the last like 20 minutes. It was kind of annoying. But, you know, the stupid little stuff. Like, the little stuff doesn't bother me anymore. It's been going on for so long. It's like, it's expected. When it doesn't happen, I'm like, what's the catch? You know, like what? Something's wrong. Something needs to go wrong. Otherwise, I'm going to make it go wrong. So, aren't you guys older than me? This is really sad. I hope God has mercy on your souls and your families and your lineages. Because, I mean, man, I am just like, I'm fascinated. I really want to know what goes on in people's heads. Like, why did you think that was a good idea? What did you really get out of it? Just a laugh, a chuckle, something temporary? Well, that's no fun. I want something that like I can keep looking back and being like, yeah. Not, oh, I look back and, oh, that was her, but now look at her on stage. Now look at her doing that. I don't know. Food for thought. Have a beautiful night, everybody. God bless. You know, pray for me. Oh, one thing I want to say. I don't know all the other particular participants in support, but I do know one. And sorry, I have too many little whatevers. Anyway, I love Marilyn Manson. I'm just going to say that. I wish I would have known of Marilyn Manson back in the day. Like, I know in the 90s, I saw some interviews that he did, and I was like, wow, he's really intelligent. Very intelligent, very anarchist. And I think when I saw those, I was like, the beginning, like out of high school into Cal Poly. Well, out of high school into college, and then from community college to Cal Poly. So within those, 3-4 years, I really was like, I started to look a little bit more heavily into Marilyn Manson. Who else? There's a couple other people, but I specifically say Marilyn Manson because I went to the Sunset Festival in Los Angeles. I don't know, 2013, somewhere around there. When I met Basil, he was a sweet kid, another drummer who ended up at the Roxy. So I don't know, maybe he's a participant of this too. He was a sweet kid, except his mother called me the cochina, so I already knew the word was out, whatever. Anywho, but I literally only went to the Sunset Festival to see Marilyn Manson. I didn't care about any other artist at the time. And I remember it was hot, and I had an umbrella because it said that it was gonna rain. And it was so hot, and everybody was just staring at me because I had my big black umbrella, and I'm just, yeah! And everybody's kind of like trying to get close to me like, hey, I want that umbrella because it's hot as hell and you have some shade. It was so hilarious. I had a great time. I went with my ex, Sean, who was a total alcoholic piece of trash, but I had a great time. He couldn't ruin it, but he did not like meeting Basil. I don't care. But I appreciate Marilyn Manson. I appreciate his mind, you know. Who knows? He's probably participated in this too. Right now, I'm just gonna overlook it. I'm really tired of trying to guess and speculate how many people really participated in all this. But I just wanted to say I do appreciate Marilyn Manson. I do appreciate his music. That shock therapy is exactly like my mentality too. So sometimes you got to shock people into realizations, you know. Anyway, I'm done jibber jabbering. I am going to get on the other side of the bed because I know that the dog peed over here. It was a small little chihuahua. So, but it was so stupid. And I saw the pee mark, so I was like, this poor mattress now for the next person it's not like I live here. So it's like the next person that uses this mattress, you know, it's just such a waste, guys. And it's just such a waste. It's a waste of material. You know, it's a waste of time and effort to take it out because they had a bunch of mattresses out before, so they probably did the same thing to other people. So it's another mattress that is going to leave because they're not going to wash it out, you know. It's going to end up smelling. So, all right, I'm done jibber jabbering. I'm going to eat my Subway. And God bless. Thank you to all my light workers who are amazing. I am so grateful that you guys are out there with me, fighting the good fight. And I do feel absolutely blessed. And now I need to spend like a good hour and let God know how much I do love him very much and appreciate him. Because it's been a rough couple days and I've been caught up in my head. So anyway, God bless, good luck, have a good night, keep on scrolling on Facebook.